Howdy folks, this is Jeff Copeland, and I'm here to tell you that Grand Prairie, Texas is an amazing place. Big fun, great schools, beautiful homes, and some incredible places to eat. Why, it's like a big old America, all just super compacted right here in our own backyards. We have unique places and some really cool things to do. Stick around, and I'll show you what you can find, only in Grand Prairie. Good morning and welcome to another edition of Only in Grand Prairie. Today we're at the Farmers Market. Out here with me is Ray Coonsey, common spelling on that. Ray works for our Parks and Recreation Department. This is your baby, right, Ray?
Yes, sir. This is my baby. Been doing this a couple of years now.
Every weekend we do this?
We have it's like setting up a show every Saturday, 8 to 1.
So it's open from 8 to 1 every Saturday.
Yes, sir.
And we've got fresh local produce.
We got tamales, we got honey, we've got chips and sauce, we've got really anything that'll kind of hit your taste buds at any given moment. So.
Now, I understand that the produce is all locally grown, right?
The focus is from the North Texas area.
Okay.
I mean, there's obviously going to be some things that are not going to be available in North Texas, but it's all from within that 150-mile radius, and really it's the focus is just trying to keep the folks local so they kind of know where their produce is coming from, so you don't get it from across the planet.
Outstanding. And so, does it cost to have a booth? Do the vendors pay?
Yep. Every week, it's $10 a week to come out, and we basically provide them a 10x10 space for that $10. There's forms online if you want to come out and try to become a vendor. There's a process to go through that. There's a committee that kind of oversees the whole selection to make sure that it all fits in our little business plan and really doesn't get overloaded with things that way nobody's happy. You want to try to keep everybody happy every day. So
outstanding. Once again, just the city of Grand Prairie and Parks and Recreation. We've talked about them time and time again, where they're going above and beyond to make sure that you get a good mix of folks out here. Make sure that the folks are coming are on the up and up, and we're taking care of people. And so every Saturday there's some sort of event that goes along with the farmers market. What's going on today?
You bet. Well, today we're having the in celebration of World Blood Donor Day. We've got the Carter Bloodmobile out taking blood donations. The folks from Telemundo are out here, and La Grande radio station, and basically trying to get the community involved in the blood donating process. Especially during the summer months, it's so difficult to keep the blood supply up. We're just trying to keep that focus going, and maybe trying to get some folks out that wouldn't normally come out to the farmers market.
That's
and
tremendous.
you know, it's a share thing. We're introducing them to some folks that wouldn't normally be here. So it's a win on both cases, and hopefully we're doing some good and saving some lives too. So. I
think that our Parks and Rec department does such a good job of thinking through projects like that. I mean, anytime you ask one of you guys a question, there's a really good long answer. Y'all thought it through. We're so glad to have you. That's why we're a gold medal award winning city, right?
Absolutely. And this is really, the farmers market is never going to be so big that it's a giant money maker. This is really a community park. This is some place for the neighborhood to come out every Saturday morning, hang out with your friends, get your vegetables, talk to the farmers, and kind of get, really it's just some place it's a meeting spot to really enjoy downtown Grand Prairie.
If you want to kick it old school and act like it's back in the 50s or 60s, this is the place for you right here. Come down, get your grocery bag, get you a cantaloupe, have you a brisket sandwich.
Absolutely.
Get you some local honey. There's always something going on a Saturday. Now, we've got festivals and days and every day, and I know we've got Miss Ruthie's Fig and Fudge
Day is coming up in August. We've also got the Hatch Chili Festival.
That's the big one.
Yeah, that'll be 4,000 pounds of Hatch chilies roasted right here on site that day. So if you're within 8 blocks of the farmers market that day, you will smell those babies cooking right here.
And so since it's a festival, that means we got a bunch of other things going on that day, right?
There'll be live music, there'll be all kinds of, we'll have additional vendors, we'll have some different foods. There's all kinds of things happening just to get them out.
Cool.
And really come out and just kind of hang out and enjoy. I mean, that's really what the Parks and Rec department is all about, is just getting the community involved and kind of giving you some opportunities to come out and really see some things and enjoy in beautiful downtown.
And then on Miss Ruthie's Fig and Fudge Day, I understand the figs are actually from Miss Ruthie's tree, right?
We do. We will have figs from Miss Ruthie's tree, and this is really just a tribute day to the grand dam of Grand Prairie. She loved her figs and she loved that fudge. She had a little sweet tooth, and so every year she'd come out and she'd sell those figs here at the farmers market in support of the Lifeline Shelter.
Okay.
So we just picked that up after her passing and decided to kind of make it a little tribute and see if we're still selling figs off her tree, and some of the folks are making preserves, etc.
Yeah.
And it's all benefiting the Lifeline Shelter, so we're really just continuing her legacy here.
Outstanding. All right, well, show us around, would you?
All right, well, come on, let's go find something fun.
Wow, man, look at all of this incredible vegetables. Cadenhead Farms.
From Grand Prairie, Texas.
So you're telling me there are still active farms in Grand Prairie?
There are still farmers in Grand Prairie, Texas.
That is so cool. And it's Cadenhead, and they bring their products out here to the farmers market every Saturday?
Every Saturday.
Now listen, that is only in Grand Prairie. These tomatoes right here are truly only in Grand Prairie.
Absolutely.
Grown here, best here, eaten here. Can I have a tomato? All right, now, for this show in the past, I have eaten a cricket. Now I'm gonna eat a tomato. That's gotta be better.
Gotta be better than a cricket.
Oh my goodness, I can just taste the Grand Prairie all up in there.
There you go.
The rich Grand Prairie soils, the beautiful clean air. That's amazing.
It is really nice to have a local connection so you can go get your produce, know where it's coming from, ask all the questions you want of the local people, and say, you know, what's good, what's bad, what do I do next, and what can I make out of this great stuff?
That's really cool. And we got local honey. I hear that's good for allergies, right?
Absolutely, that's good in a lot of ways and healthy, and it's also really good on some hot biscuits.
I wish I had a hot biscuit on me right
you and me both.
Handcraft stuff, arts, candles, all type of good smelling.
Absolutely.
Chips and hot sauce.
Chips and hot sauce.
Now the chips, the corn for the chips is grown right here in Grand Prairie out on Mayfield Road. They make the corn mesa, and then all of the chilies are set aside and harvested once a year, especially for Grand Prairie Salsa Week. That comes up, I don't know when that comes up.
Well, I'll have to check my schedule for that one.
Yeah, you might want to check with Parks and Rec before we get into Salsa Week.
You may want to check with that
But the bottom line is, there's some really good chips and hot sauce out here.
Absolutely.
We've got samples right here. Ray, I'm going to have the not hot. Are you going to have some?
I think I'm going to have the hot.
Oh my goodness, do you make this?
We have we are the company. We're not a third party. We have our offices in Arlington, our factories out in Fort Worth.
That is delicious right there. Let me tell you what, this is where you need to be getting your chips and hot sauce right here. Fresh, good, right here made in Grand Prairie, Arlington area. Come on out, come see the hot sauce man. Hey, in addition to all the good fruits and vegetables and food that we talked about, there's also a lot of local vendors up here. Come up here and support them. All types of arts and crafts and candle makers and bread makers and all of that type of stuff. Come up here and check all of this out. What a great way to come up, spend a Saturday afternoon with the family walking around. You're going to have a good time. Come check it out. Hey, one of the great benefits of coming down to the farmers market only in Grand Prairie is you never know what you might run into. These lovely young ladies. Ladies, what brings y'all out today?
Hi, good morning. My name is Karen Ramirez. I am 18 years old and I'm Miss T Dallas, Texas Latina 2014. We're basically a pageant where we're based on communicating with our Hispanic community. Not only that, but we serve every single event and we give our time to the people who need it the most.
Amen. Congratulations, young ladies. I mean, y'all are all lovely, but just visiting with you, I can tell that your heart, that you're just as beautiful on the inside as the outside, and to come out here on a Saturday and to give your time for the betterment of your community, I just can't say enough. Congratulations on being Miss Teen, and y'all have a good time, and I can't promise these ladies will be out here every Saturday, but you never can tell. Only in Grand Prairie. I'm smelling some barbecue, brother. I'm seeing a smoker. I'm smelling a smoker somewhere.
Sir. This is the Texas Chef Food Service. They come out every week. They provide breakfast. We got omelets. We got eggs, any way you want them. We've got great pigs in a blanket, which is my personal favorite. And then they make They bring their smoker out. You've got ribs and brisket, sausage. It's just an amazing addition.
Cool. I love the fact that, you know, it kicks off at 8 o'clock in the morning, and instead of stopping by and getting something unhealthy, come on out here and the Texas chefs are going to do you an omelet.
Absolutely.
And then if you hang out till lunchtime, there's some ribs. Do you think maybe we could get a little free rib or something?
I bet we could work on a rib for you here.
Let's,
And you know, it's one of those things where ribs are not just for lunch anymore. You can have them for breakfast.
I tell you what, seeing a man my size walking around eating a rib has got to be good advertising.
I'm telling you.
We got one coming. Thank you, sir. Oh my goodness, that looks delicious. Let's see, let's try. Oh shit. I got the sauce all over me, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
Right here on public TV.
But that's
Talking
how
with my mouth full, barbecue sauce.
But that's how you know something's good, is if you're wearing some of it.
Ray, thank you so much for having us out. In addition to getting to see everything and learn about all of this stuff, we had some pretty good eats, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Our appetizer was chips and hot sauce.
Right.
Had a delicious main course of ribs.
And had that tomato, don't forget that.
Had the tomato, because, you know, I got to eat my salad.
Got a little healthy in there.
And now it's dessert time.
It is dessert time.
Dama's Simply Homemade Cupcakes and Cake Balls is supplying our dessert today. That is only in Grand Prairie right there. Ray, thanks for all you do, buddy.
You're very welcome. Thanks for coming.